Good morning, students. Yesterday, we were going through the rules and regulations or the laws which are passed by the Parliament of India supporting the Adivasis or scheduled tribe people and scheduled caste people. But after so many laws are passed and implemented, still we see a lot of problems faced by these people. They are not treated well, they are not respected well, the humiliation is taking place, even untouchability is being practiced. So all those things we hear daily. So even we have heard of the recent Hathras cases and some other cases also after that also. So many kind of cases and not treating them well, not respecting them, everything is going on in the country. Why it is so? That's a matter. See, it is not the rules and regulations alone will save them or will help them. It is by other members of the society. Then only it is. Here we see the existence of right or a law or even a policy on paper does not mean that it exists in reality. Beautiful, we have got our beautiful constitution which guarantees equality for everybody. That is the paper. So that equality should be really implemented and persons living or citizens living in the country should feel they are really and equally treated by the people. That's important. Even if no rules and regulations are existing, the people are respecting them. That's enough. I have already told you why rules and regulations are needed, because somebody may do something wrong. If somebody does wrong, he should be given a model punishment. And what punishment he should get, that is where rules and regulations are made. So here it is. So the people had to constantly work on make efforts to translate these into principles that guide the actions of their fellow citizens or even their leaders. So whatever you do, whatever you think, if it has to come to reality, people should work and demand should be there. You know, every time we say that the child that demands get the milk. If the child is not crying, mother may give milk when she has completed all her work. If the child is crying, what she will do? She will leave all of her work and go and give milk to the child. So the crying child gets in. So anywhere and everywhere, it is our responsibility and our duty to demand our rights. Request. So that request, when it comes to very strong, the government takes the new rules and regulations. So that's the thing. People had to constantly work on or make efforts to translate these policies, these rights, the fundamental rights and all other rights provided to the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe people, Dalits and Adivasis. If that is to be provided, then translate this into principles that guide the actions of their fellow citizens, actions of all other members of the society. Dalits should be protected, they should be guided, and their leaders. The desire for equality, dignity and respect has existed in different forms throughout the history. No. You don't think this kind of problems exist only in India, everywhere. In America, black and white problem. The Negroes were not treated well. They were considered like animals. They were sold and purchased in the markets like slave animals. They were called slaves. So there was no equality there. So the desire for equality and dignity, it is there in every part of the world. It's not only in India. So everybody is demanding, and society has accepted it. And respect has existed in different forms throughout the history. Even when we study South Africa, we will come to know about it in history. In South African history, South African people were, the black people were ill-treated by the white people. So all those things. So there was no right. Everything was separate. So that is kind of situation was. So it is there in the history all over the world. In a democratic society, process of struggle, writing, negotiation and organizing need to continue. In a democratic country. Even still now in America also there is a protest was there recently last around 2 months ago for equality. One black person was kept under the knee of a police officer and he died. So there was a protest that he is not treated equally. He was kept under knee because he was a Negro. So like that it is there in the world. So it is in a democratic society, these kind of demands and making the people equal, the feeling has to come up in the mind of the people. In a democratic society, process of struggle, writing should take place, negotiation should take place, and organizing need to continue. Then only the government, the public, everybody will be aware about it. They will have to think about that this kind of people are they are suffering. They are not. Even manual scavenging we are seeing. So the people were trying to come out of that manual scavenging. So government has to find a solution that scavenging should be done by machines. Nowadays artificial intelligence systems are there. So artificial intelligence should be used for this kind of cleaning machines can be used. Not by human beings. So these are the things that we should do. For that only, no rules and regulations are. So we should know no rules and regulations that are. So society has to come up equal. Everybody should get equal rights. Everybody should be treated equally. That is important in our day-to-day life. Okay. Now we will go to the words that are used in this chapter, which normally we don't hear in. Okay. Especially some words. Okay. One is assertive. Assertive means forcing, pressurizing, or demanding, telling that it is mine, I want it. As Gangadhar Tilak told, freedom is my birthright and I will have it. That's an assertive statement. Okay. So same thing. An assertive person or a group is one that can express themselves and their views strongly. Tilak was telling, freedom is my birthright and I will have it. So like that, this group of people who are ill-treated by others, who are not given equal respect, they can say, equal treatment is my right and I will have it. All human beings are equal, I must get equal treatment. So that is assertiveness. So their view is strong, they put forward the thing that we also should get a confront means friction. Disagreements will happen. The person who is powerful and person who is not so much powerful, then there is disagreements. That's a confront. When a disagreement is there, we cannot run away. We may have to fight with it. If you run away, there is no conflict, no confrontation. So marginalization should be confronted. That's what the chapter says. Confront. To come up or face or challenge someone. Right, come on, you will see which is right, what is right, debates and declamation. Debates will take place. No? That's a confrontation. Something. In the context of this chapter, this refers to groups challenging their marginalization. The persons who are challenging the marginalization, they are called confronters. Persons who challenge the manual scavenging persons who support the Dalits, persons who support tribes, all this group of people are called this. Policy. A stated course of action that provides a direction for the future, sets goals to be achieved, or lays out principles or guidelines to be followed and acted upon. In this chapter, we now see what is a policy. Now, latest discussion time, in the beginning of this class or middle, we have discussed about a new educational policy. So, government's new thinking about an educational system that is needed. That's known as new education policy. Government has already published it. So, as per the there's a stated course of action. What is expected? That is a policy that provides a direction for the future. In the future, what kind of education system we are thinking about in the future? Sets goals of what we should achieve and lays out the principles or guidelines to be followed. How we will follow, how we will put up. If you read the present education policy, we must understand it is there. So that's a policy. So policy of the government, the plan of the government, thinking of the government, what should be done. So that's known as policy. All governments will have their own policies, their own plans, their own way of implementation of the things. So that's a policy decisions. And how that come to reality, they have a new education policy. So the new education system is taught. Then how it will be implemented. All those things are part of the policy decisions. In this chapter, we have referred to government policies, government decisions on. But other institutions like schools, companies, etc. also have policies. Some schools have got a policy of education. Military style of education is our policy, our aim, our plan, our defense. That's the thing. Dispossess, another word is. To possess is to own. So I am in possession of this, or this pen is possessable. If somebody takes from me, it is dispossessed. Removed from my control, removed from my ownership. If somebody takes, if I give it to somebody also, it is also dispossessed. But with my willingly, I hand over to. If somebody snatches away, without paying me comment, this material I give to somebody, he gives me money, so it is, I am dispossessed with it. But I have with my own knowledge and my own happiness, I give. Somebody comes and puts a gun on my neck and tells me, give it, snatches away from me. Then I have no choice, I have to give, but no compensation is paid to me. So naturally, I will be unhappy, sad about it. That's a dispossession. Here a dispossession is that. And to be dispossessed is to give to anybody who wants it. That's a dispossessed. Okay. Okay, so thank you very much. Study well, write the exams. Syllabus is complete civics till today. Whatever civics portions are taught, that civics textbook, whatever you studied, will be there for your examinations. Study the question answers and write. And next, we will start history, the freedom movement. Okay, so study very well, prepare your classes to be ready for examinations. Complete civics will be there for your examination. I will put up in WhatsApp group once more update. Okay, very good.